Hi guys, I'm Cupid. I have schizophrenia and I'm also studying to become a psychologist. You are not your chart notes. You are not that diagnosis code. You are not the scariest sentence a doctor ever wrote about you. Let me show you what I mean. On the screen, imagine a black and white chart note. History of psychosis, poor insight, manic, non-compliant. Now here's the full picture. I'm a human being who sometimes gets so lit up with energy I won't sleep for 10 days straight. I have schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. Yes, I can get manic. Yes, I've been really sick. But I'm also a creator, a friend, a dreamer, and I'm learning how to care for this mind every single day. Another chart note might say, multiple misdiagnoses, complex presentation. Here's the truth behind that line. For years, people told me I was a dozen different labels. I walked out of appointments feeling like a problem to be solved instead of a person to be understood. They kept rewriting my diagnosis, but they didn't know my story, my culture, my spirituality, or how deeply I was trying to make sense of what was happening to me. All right, let's do some reframing. On paper, my brain is a list of symptoms. In my life, it's also a doorway. For me, mental illness isn't just an error in the system. Sometimes it feels like a spiritual, mysterious, confusing gift. Not easy, not pretty, not romantic, but a strange opening that forced me to slow down, to listen deeper, to ask, what is my mind trying to show me? Your experiences might feel wild, chaotic, even terrifying. That does not make you broken. It makes you human going through something huge. All right. Maybe your chart says nonverbal, high risk, treatment resistant. Maybe a doctor's words have followed you like a shadow. Maybe you've Googled your diagnosis at 3 a.m. and felt your stomach drop as you read worst case stories. Breathe. All right? You are allowed to outgrow old labels. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to be more than what's written about you. So here's a little practice I use to reclaim my story. Step 1. Picture the harshest sentence you've seen about yourself, or the words that hurt the most. Don't dwell there, just notice it. Step 2. Now speak back, out loud or in a journal. Start with yes and. Yes, I have this diagnosis and I am also blank. Then fill in the rest. A loyal friend, a creative soul, a survivor, someone trying. Step 3, add meaning. Ask yourself, what have my struggles taught me? Patience, empathy, boundaries, a connection to something bigger? That meaning is part of your story too. For me, living with schizoaffective disorder sometimes feels like standing in two worlds at once. The medical world that tracks symptoms and an inner world that whispers symbols, intuition, and lessons. Both can be real. I can honor medication and treatment and still believe my life holds spiritual meaning. My episodes are not punishments. They're storms my soul and brain move through together. All right, so if your chart notes sound nothing like the fullness of your heart, I want you to hear this. You are allowed to be a mystery. You are allowed to be complicated. You are allowed to be a sacred, messy, unfinished story. Doctor's notes can be helpful, but they are not the final word on who you are. You are. If you're living with a diagnosis and trying to find meaning in it, you're not alone here. Subscribe for more videos on mental illness and spiritual growth. Hit the bell so you don't miss when I share new tools and stories. And in the comments, if you feel safe, finish this sentence. On my chart it says blank, but in reality I am blank. Let's rewrite our stories together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I love every single one of you guys. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and be good to yourselves. Bye.